Well, hello, and thanks for watching another episode of ARFCOM News, your twice-weekly dose of the finest 2A propaganda. There are countless worthy charities out there, and one of them is Hold My Guns. They offer a safe and voluntary way for someone to remove firearms from their home if they feel they might hurt themselves or someone else, which also provides a compelling argument against red flag laws. Of course, you can always use a participating Hold My Guns dealer to store your guns on deployment or vacation or for whatever other reason you might have. You just pay a small fee, do a $44.73 when you pick up your guns. But Hold My Guns is running out of money. Executive Director Sarah Joy Albrecht says they have enough to keep operating for about 3 months, and they could have accepted money from control freak groups, but their principals won't allow them to. They are committed to defending our gun rights. Now, I'm not going to go all Jerry Lewis on you, but you know what to do.
You know what to do. Yes, sir!
So why don't you flip them a few Quatloos? Come on, you were just going to spend that money on a cringe slide cover plate anyway. And if you are an FFL, please email info@holdmyguns.org to find out how you can participate. But it would be impossible for us to produce quality 2A propaganda without sponsors, so let's pay some bills. Today's video is sponsored by Cigar Page, because we know you got the guns and the booze covered, but if you want to check all 3 boxes for the ATF, cigarpage.com/ARFCOM should be your first and last stop for the lowest prices and best service in the industry. Friends, cigar smoking is the epitome of toxic masculinity, so I would never encourage anyone to do it. I want to especially caution you to avoid cigarpage.com, or you might accidentally get a smoking deal for 10 cigars at a price you could expect to pay for 2. And no matter what you do, definitely be careful not to get a handy travel case that's perfect for the range for just a few dollars more. Be sure to avoid cigarpage.com and the link down there in the doobly-doo for all the details. And by TNVC.com, your source for wholesome, free-range, gluten-free night vision. The new Mars LC 2000-meter laser rangefinder is in stock and ready to ship. It's compact and packed with features, including a built-in ballistic computer, Bluetooth, and red aiming laser, as well as an IR ranging laser which cannot be detected by most night vision devices. Check out TNVC.com for all the details. And by Hydra. The Mark 15 Hydra is the most versatile black rifle platform the industry has ever seen. The most you will ever need to convert calibers is a barrel, bolt, and magwell. Changing is quick and easy, and the combinations are practically limitless. If you guys didn't see it yet, James at TFB reported that F-Troop is trying to seize muzzle brakes from some of his clients. The ATF sent letters saying lethal eye muzzle brakes are really silencers. Yes, they misspelled brake, but it looks like the mistake was actually on lethal eye, because later a TFB Discord user posted a screenshot from the now defunct lethal eye website. Now I gotta say, that really does look like a monocore without its clothes. SIG got slapped down when they came up with a similar muzzle brake. Now don't get me wrong, I should be able to buy silencers from vending machines. I'm just saying I can see why someone would consider this to be a silencer under current law. But that invites the question of exactly when does a multi-chamber muzzle brake cross over into the realm of silencer? I mean, I think even a Fed boy would agree this is definitely a brake. But what about this? Even a stopped clock is right twice a day, and it looks like the NRA actually did something right. Twice now. They filed a lawsuit against the state of Delaware for making residents grovel for permission to buy a handgun. As offensive as it is to require permission to exercise a fundamental right, that's not even the worst of it. Their new law really is awful. You have to pay to take an 11-part training course. The permit is only good for 2 years, and they'll send cops to your house to confiscate your guns if it's ever revoked. But wait, there's more. Part of the training requires you to fire at least 100 rounds of live ammo. But if you need a permit to get a gun in the first place, how in the name of Castle Grayskull are you supposed to complete the training you need to get the permit? And the NRA also elected better leadership than many of us feared they might do at NRAM. The board elected Bob Barr as NRA president, and although Barr is definitely old guard, smart people who understand the details of NRA politics much better than I do, which is to say, I don't, are saying that he's at least better than Charles Cotton. There are still a handful of Wayne's World bros in senior leadership, but reform candidates won first and second vice president slots, and Doug Hamlin won EVP CEO. Hamlin said, "I think we're going to be more transparent, just like we were in this meeting today, and we're going to be good stewards of their money, and we're going to be responsible managers and regain their trust over time." So overall, this looks to be a step in the right direction, but like the guy said, it's going to take a lot of time to earn our trust back. What do you think? Will the NRA ever be worthy of your donations again? Is it that time of year again? Already time for boxwine Karens to try to ban body armor again? And I still have my assault weapon ban decorations up. U.S. Representative from New York, Grace Meng, decided to boldly speak out against her pro-people being shot stance. The bill is stalled in the House Judiciary Committee, but if it did pass into law, it would ban the possession of body armor helmets or ballistic shields that are equivalent to NIJ Level 3 or above. In other words, it's okay to have pistol-rated armor, but if somebody wants to shoot you with a rifle, Meng thinks they ought to be able to. As always, there's an exemption for the King's men, and of course a grandfather clause, so if you already have a rifle plate, you'll be allowed to keep it. Don't go burning up that credit card though, right? Like I said, this probably isn't getting out of committee, but if it does, we'll be sure to give you a heads up. Those crazy Canuckistanis hate everything good and pure and decent so much they're planning to melt down almost 12,000 classic Browning high-power pistols. The Canadian military is in the process of replacing their World War the sequel era Browning high-powers with SIG 320s, and their heads would absolutely explode at the notion of allowing a Canuckistani subject to own such weapons of war. It's unfortunate they couldn't find a better use for them, but there's not much we can do to stop them. And now, for your moment of zen. Hey friend, do you like pews and other pew-related things? Would you like to help us keep delivering you pure, uncut American pew propaganda at the low, low price of free Betty? We literally couldn't pay the bills without our sponsors, so do us a solid and get yourself something nice from them. You deserve it. I love you.